Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm Maravox, and in today's video we're going to be continuing our Eco Lifestyle Rags to Riches Let's Play. So before I get started, I want to kind of air a little bit of annoyance because I am very annoyed right now. This is the third time I've had to record this episode because my recording software, my screen capture software, I use OBS, um, is awful. I'm really refraining from cursing right now because I'm that frustrated. Um, so anyway, let's just continue with the episode. At the end of last week's episode, I noticed that the eco footprint changed. So I I don't think it should have. I think that kind of happened too soon because we haven't even finished voting for neighborhood action plans. We haven't really done anything to change the environment, so it should not have changed to neutral. So I did a cheat to hopefully make it industrial, and right now the bar is full for industrial, so it should. I don't know if that's going to change when that's going to change. In the last two times I have done this episode, the first time it didn't change at all to industrial, just had the bar filled, even though a day passed. And then the second time, on the second day, it changed to industrial, but the bar was almost down to green. So I don't know how this whole thing works. It's really frustrating. Anyway, we've got a neighborhood action plan to vote for. I also know, since this is the third time I've recorded it, that the neighborhood action plan that we want to win is not in the lead. It is one behind. So we have to get some influence points and, talk to people and try to convince them possibly to vote for our stuff. So that's what I'm going to do right now. The one that's in the lead is the green one that it plants trees and changes buildings, but it requires that you like there's a required fee that comes out in your taxes or your bills, um, weekly, and we don't have the kind of money for that. So while I'm not unwilling to enact that at some point, I don't want it to go into effect now because we have one simoleon because my sim is stupid. She will buy a drink at the bar when she doesn't have money for a drink at the bar. Um, she has done this literally every time I've played this game. You guys don't understand the amount of frustration I have right now. I am so frustrated. Anyway, I'm gonna take a deep breath and just try to enjoy this because I haven't been. I really haven't been. All right. We have some people over here that we need to introduce ourselves to. Every time you introduce yourself to a new sim, you get 4 influence points. Now, voting yourself on a neighborhood action plan costs 10 influence points, whereas convincing someone to vote for the neighborhood action plan that you want to pass is only 5. But you need to have a decent relationship with all these people or it won't work. They'll just kind of be like, haha, no, I'm going to do my own thing. So that's not fun. So you can end up wasting points doing it that way, but you end up using less, and you can use your points more effectively if you are able to actually convince them to vote for the thing that you want them to vote for. So I actually last week, or I guess over the weekend, so after last week's episode, I created another sim to play around in this world a bit so I could kind of get used to the gameplay and understand the game a little bit better. Because I went into the Let's Play last week kind of, really inexperienced with this pack. I had no idea what to expect from it. And I didn't know what bits and pieces were. I didn't know how the NAPs worked, or the voting or all that. I didn't really understand the mechanics. So I played a little bit with this new sim, trying to get to know everything, and I feel like I understand a little bit more about this particular game, about this particular pack, and I think I have a better chance at doing what I want and getting what I want out of this pack. There's one thing that I'm not a fan of in regards to this pack that I think could have been done better, especially since it was advertised as a certain thing, and that is the eco footprint. Like I just said at the end of last week's episode, for some reason the footprint changed, and I hadn't done anything to make it do that. I understand that other sims are, but no change had been made. There are still buildings that are classified as industrial, so I don't think it should have changed that quickly. which is why I'm cheating to make it not change, because it should not have changed. And I don't like having to do that. I shouldn't have to cheat to make the game do what it's supposed to do. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Is she convincing this person to, at some point, that's what we want? Well, let's get to know. Did she? She convinced somebody. It must have gone through because she's not embarrassed. Yeah, she convinced them. Okay. Let's talk to Marcus Flex some more. Anyway, I think if the eco footprint had been a little bit harder to change, I think I would have liked it better. It's just not as challenging as I think it should have been. And doesn't reflect what eco footprints actually really are to me. Like, if you have an industrial type area with smog and everything, it's going to take a while to clean that up. It shouldn't happen overnight. That's not possible. And I know this is a game, but it is a life simulation game, so it should simulate at least enough realistically that it, I don't know. Okay. So introducing myself to this person should give me enough influence points to vote, but voting's closed. Okay, good. Voting is now closed, but the eco-friendly appliances received the most votes. So we got the NAP that we wanted to pass. So let's head over to the caboose and take care of some needs. All right, so we're here at the caboose. We got to take care of needs. It looks like her bladder is kind of low. Let's see about, like, hungry maybe. Yeah, she's hungry. So let's go downstairs and eat something. There's a bowl of chips over here, but I think we're just going to grab some chips from this guy. Hopefully she doesn't order a drink she doesn't need, because ugh, I'm going to complain a little bit more about this recording situation because I'm still really mad about it. The first time, like, I went into the first recording of this video super excited to play. I was really, really just looking forward to get back to this Let's Play and play a little bit with Eco Lifestyle. I played for 30 minutes and went through my whole spiel, all that, and go to close my program, and of course it's not responding. And I know as soon as I see that the picture's not what it's supposed to be in OBS, that something's wrong. And when I exited out of it, because when it's not responding, you can't do anything with it. You just have to close it. So I went to check my videos, and only 6 seconds had recorded, and I had played for 30 minutes and thought I was recording for 30 minutes. So you can understand my frustration, especially when I went in a second time and it did the same thing. So yeah, I just checked it. It's still working, which is good. So for dumpster diving, I'm not going to dive for ingredients or for meals right now. I'm only going to dive for deals. When you dive for deals, you could earn things like bits and pieces, of course, but you can kind of get that with any kind of dive. Finish eating before you go out there. Whatever. Anyway, but for dive for deals, you can get furniture, you can get dyes, you can get repair parts, like the eco repair parts or kitchen repair parts, or whatever. You can get a bunch of stuff. Simoleons, you can earn simoleons. So I want her to find some furniture that I can sell. And I made a mistake last episode because I didn't know how this mechanic worked in the game. When you find an object that it says it's in questionable condition, all of the objects or all the furniture you'll find from the dumpster will be in questionable condition. If you find that object and you place it on your lot and you go into live mode or live mode or whatever, you go into live mode and you notice that you can't repair it, it's only replace, you've wasted that object, because when you go back into build buy, it's worth 0. And we just found a bar stool, which is good. Keep diving. Stop talking to people. So because I placed it on my lot and went into live mode, or live mode, however way you say it, I can't even remember right now. It kind of, I lost the money that I could have earned from that object, because if you don't do that, if you still have the object in your household inventory and don't go into live mode and don't place it on your lot or anything like that, just look at it and see if you can even use it. If it looks like a burnt out husk, like it was caught on fire, and like if you were playing and it caught on fire and the only thing you could do is replace it, then do not go in, place it and go into live mode. You'll waste all the money you just had. She just X out of that. Do not X out of actions that I'm telling you need to do. I'm so close to going to click out of free will, because she has been terrible about that in these recordings that I've been trying to do. Anyway, so if you just look at the object, don't place it on your lot, just look at it and don't like what you see, sell it and you'll get money. You'll get basically the catalog listing for it. Is there anything left in here? There is. Keep diving. All right. So I learned that after last week's episode because I wasted money on that. I basically wasted that object. I could have sold it for like 300 something, and didn't get those simoleons. So I've found a whole bunch of furniture now. This is basically money in her pocket, which is great. I've also been getting bits and pieces, and I think influence. Have I been getting influence? No. Ooh, got a share. Let's try again. Nope, can't do it anymore. Okay, so let's go home. Let's sell what we got. Because she needs to get a tent, something to sleep in, so it's not like a bench or anything. Um, However, if we get to 5,000, I will consider building her a little shack. Uh, Instead of just buying her a tent, because the tent ends up being kind of a waste. Because when you have lived with an object on your lot for a while, like once you place an object and go into live mode, the monetary value of that object diminishes. And I knew that, but I should have thought that that would apply to objects that you got from the dumpster. So anyway, we're back at the lot. So let's see what we've got in our household inventory. Got a few things here. So see how I'm just kind of holding this here? This should be white. It's not. It's burnt out husk. Let's sell it for $245. We get that money. That's what I'm saying. I made the mistake last week of placing the object and going into live mode, and it lost all of the... Ooh. That actually looks pretty good, and I could probably repair that. So let's leave this here. Let's see this one. Nope, that's useless. So 500 here. How about this bar stool? But I don't really want it, so just sell it. We got 1,000. So let's buy a tent. We don't have 5,000, so we can't actually, get the build a house at this point. I don't think you can't really build a house for 1,000. You really need a few thousand for that. All right, so tent. Where is it? There it is. I'm not going to buy her the candle maker yet. The fabricator, I guess it's what it's called. I'm gonna get her the woodworking table. Or not. I guess I am getting the candle making table. I was gonna wait. Because she can do woodworking without having all the ingredients, but I guess with candle making, she does have some wax in her inventory, so we can make a couple candles. First, though, let's repair this. This is an outdoor sink, I guess. And she should get influence points from this because she's repairing an object. But the neighborhood action plan that we passed was that if you find an object that needs to be repaired, you repair it. And if you use the handiness skill, you will earn influence points. So she should earn influence points from doing this. All right, see, she just earned 2 influence points. She also acquired the handiness skill, got some upgrade parts, clean it, and then she can wash her hands, brush her teeth, and do the whole spiel. All right, so she just finished doing the wash hands, brush teeth situation. Her hygiene's way up. We're going to make a candle. We don't have any dye yet, but she does have wax, so we can make like a regular candle. And I think each candle is worth 25 simoleons. So this could be a good way to build up. We're going to need to get like a bee stand at some point. There is a soy plant over here. They don't have any beans on them, so she can't plant them on her lot. Yeah, that sounded like it hurt. I think she just burned her hand on the wax. All right, so she just earned the fabrication skill and made her first candle. So that is in her inventory. They are worth 25, pretty sure, but I'm not going to sell it yet. I want to make 2 more candles, but I'm going to do that in the morning. So we're going to go to sleep, and I will check it back in with you guys in a minute. All right, we're up. We're at 'em. I'm going to have her make a couple more candles here. She is hungry. Okay, so notice this here, these numbers, those are the bits and pieces. So not only do we need wax, we also need bits and pieces to make the candles. That's kind of why I wanted to do the woodworking table first, because all you need for that is simoleons, and you're never going to lose money on the woodworking. cost materials. Basically that's what you're paying for, and even if you fail at making whatever it is that you want to make, it still is the cost of the material, so you'll earn back whatever you spent. So I was thinking of doing woodworking first, but we just didn't have enough money for it. I haven't checked the community lot yet. We had asked for it to be a makerspace, so buying this might not have been the best idea, but I don't know. We'll see. I think that should have passed. I did have people vote for what the community lot could be, and I was hoping for it to be a makerspace, but we haven't checked to see if that's actually what happened. Before we do that, though, we're going to have to go take care of her needs, so we're going to go to the caboose when she finishes making this candle, and I'll tune back in with you guys in a second. All right, so once she finishes eating her chips, which she pretty much just started eating, she's going to dive for some stuff in the dumpster. It did reload, so I guess it got new stuff in it. We'll see what we get out of it this time. I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping for some more good things. Again, if we get to 5,000, we will be able to build a house, or at least some sort of shelter. I don't want it to be gross looking, but we can get rid of the tent. I didn't really want to buy the tent, but we only got like 1,000 out of the loot we got from the dumpster the first time. So let's see what she gets this time. All right, so she got a robot salvage part this time. I also noticed like I don't get this, because remember I told you guys earlier, this is again the third time I've recorded this episode, so this is the third time I've played through this day. The first time it did this, when I did the eco footprint sheet and made it industrial, it did this where it was still neutral, but it was going towards the industrial side. But the second time I did it, it was already industrial. Okay, well that's not something I really need. Not yet anyway. Recycled materials could be good, but she really needs wax and dyes and things, and of course it's empty. Well, let's try it. Let's see if the community lot still has a dumpster. I know it changes, and after that neighborhood action plan and the voting, it should have. It may have changed. I think it did. But we'll see. I'm a little bit nervous about that. There is a dumpster down here, but I think it's tied into the one on the other side of the town. No, it's not. Go dive there. Never mind. Seriously. Don't you have a... No. That was... In both of the last two episodes that I recorded for this episode, the last two times I recorded this, she got a bike out of the dumpster. So yeah, that was a little confusing for me. This is why I don't like this when it happens, because I cannot remember what actually happened so far, and because I've played it 3 times. It's frustrating. Okay, so she got a die out of that, which is good. Keep diving. Maybe we'll get some more good stuff. Dyes can be used for candle making. They can change the color of your candles. It doesn't actually change the price of your candles. It just... So I don't really know. I don't really know if they're worth it. But they're... Now wait a second. Did you exit out of that yourself? Yeah, keep diving. I didn't tell you to stop. No, turn around. Thank you. What was the question mark for? Oh, see, now it's empty. Okay, she's overheating, so let's change her outfit. Hello? Sometimes this game is slow. I know I mentioned that before. She has a dress for her hot weather outfit. It's one of the dresses. It's a new dress from this game, this pack, and I really like this dress. I think it's really cute. All right, so let's go to the community space and see what's going on with that. I can already look at it. It's different. It's definitely different. What kind of space is this? This doesn't look like the one I voted for. Because it's not. This is the marketplace. Great. All right, so I guess I'm glad I got the candle making situation, because this is the marketplace, not the maker space, and it doesn't have that here. This has candle making stuff and an upgrade part, and this has fizzy drinks. This is upsetting, guys. I want to be able to do this, but it won't let me. Maybe you can't sell candles at these stalls. Look, just go home. Just go home. There is one thing we do have to do, and that is pay the bills. We have some simoleons right now. It's enough. I mean, it's not like it's a lot to pay. And we can make a candle. No, we can't. Don't give me hope like that. We have no money right now, so we can't. I don't have a way to collect any kind of wax. I don't know. I guess we can... What just happened? Go and read the Wilderness Digest. Go on. Your fun's low. That should help. Whatever it takes, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to leave this episode here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching.